Hey everybody, welcome to the Blue Collar Beer Gentlemen. I'm Chris and I started this channel because I'm a fan of craft beer, but I'm on a limited budget. So I wanted to demonstrate that it's possible to enjoy good quality beers without having to break the bank. So most of the beers that I review on this channel usually come in around the $2 price range, and such is the case with today's selection. I paid $1.79 for this 12-ounce bottle of Abita Brewing's Pecan Ale. Go Nuts. I think Go Nuts is actually just the motto for this specific beer as opposed to the name of the beer. Quite a bit of air traffic today. I had to actually pause earlier because the air traffic was so great. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. This particular beer, I actually had a couple of years ago. Thought it was okay, and Ronald from Louisiana Beer Reviews, who I will actually put I'm going to put a link to his channel down in the descriptor. Good guy, knows a lot about beers. I definitely appreciate and respect his palate. Anyway, he said that he enjoyed this beer, and so when I saw this available for $1.79, and considering how many brown ales I've been trying to incorporate into this month, I thought, yeah, let's give it a second chance. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. This beer has a 5.2 ABV. Typically, American brown ales come in between 4.3 and 6.2. It has 20 IBUs, which I found out by going to Untapped, not on the bottle nor on the brewer's site, but 20 IBUs. Typically, American brown ales come in between 20 and 30 IBUs. I'm going to read the descriptor of this beer really quick. Pecan ale is made with real Louisiana roasted pecans for a subtle nutty flavor and aroma. It's brewed with, gee whiz, I want to say pale? Is that Yeah, that's going to be pale. It's brewed with pale Munich biscuit and caramel malts and Willamette hops. The roasted pecans are added in the brew house. Crack one open and go nuts. Um, I myself have reviewed 4 Abita beers. My average has been 3.75, so as you can see, um, higher scores, but not exceptionally high. Uh, 11 of my friends have given this beer a cumulative score on Untapped have given this beer a cumulative score of 3.52. 11,000 of us have given it a cumulative score of 3.42. Beer Advocate has had 1,122 rankings, giving it a average score or giving it a cumulative score of 77, which on Beer Advocate scale is simply okay, with an average of 3.38 being the score. Um, Anyway, as I said, my man Ronald at Louisiana Reviews said that he enjoyed this beer. I gave it a 3.5 when I reviewed it 2 years ago, and I thought maybe I just hadn't been I'd been too harsh on it, so I decided I'd give it a second chance, especially during this month when I've been trying to get a lot of porters and brown ales in. So I want to go ahead, crack this bad boy open. I will be using my porter stout glass. If that appears to you to look like a standard, what has become a standard pint glass, it is not in fact. It is not a Boston shaker glass. Flares out at the end here, has a slight, I guess you'd call that a convexness, a convex on the sides. Anyway, so let's see how this beer pours. And honestly, it's not quite as brown as I was expecting for a brown ale. This is more like a, let's see what color finally emerges in the camera. Yeah, you're actually seeing the color of the beer for once. It's kind of nice when that happens. It doesn't happen very often, but you are seeing the color of the beer, and the color of the beer looks like a weak iced tea to me. So I'm kind of surprised that this doesn't have a darker, richer brown color, but that doesn't mean much of anything. I'm going to describe this as high carbonation. There are lots and lots and lots of tiny little bubbles just climbing for that nice big frothy head you see there, which doesn't seem to be going much of anywhere, so I'm going to describe that as a very resilient head. Because I'm not seeing much in the way of bubble popping. I mean, I'm seeing some, but not much. I'm going to give this a quick beard wipe, see if I can come across the nuts and the Willamette hops and whatnot. Basically, what I smelled was the pecans. I'm going to stick my schnoz directly into the glass, see if I can find anything else. Once again, pecans. I think I can smell some of that maltiness. Munich malt and that pale malt, biscuity, malty aromas that comprise the bouquet, but mostly it is truly pecans. I mean, pecans are shining through more than anything on this particular aroma. Um, I've got to say, didn't remember it being this light. I guess it was, but I'm just kind of surprised. I mean, for American brown ale, this is closer to like an amber color. But you know what? It's been kind of resolved that it's a brown ale. If you look on the bottle itself, I don't think it actually says anywhere on this what specific variety of beer it is. I mean, it's a pecan ale. So I don't know, maybe we've all decided that it's a brown ale without the brewer's real thought into it. Anyway, I'm gonna quit yapping my flap and get to some drinking some beer. Cheers. Hmm. Honestly, I'm not tasting a whole lot of pecan. And I think that's what I remember from before about this is that the pecan flavor wasn't coming through very much. Yeah, pretty much it just tastes like a brown ale. Um, I don't know. I think I'm holding steady to my 3.5 from before. Uh, it tastes kind of like a brown ale, but like a weakened brown ale, to be honest with you. I'm just not experiencing a whole lot of flavor from this beer. I'm going to describe it as probably a medium-low mouthfeel, not a lot of spikiness to it, just the tiniest hint of alcohol burn. I don't know. I'm not changing my mind about this beer. I think 3.5. Honestly, I might even have been, well, I'm going to leave it at 3.5. 3.5 is what it got from me 2 years ago, and I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, all in all, it's okay, but I am going to say that I've had better brown ales. I'm going to, especially if you have the ability to get Cigar City brown ales, grab those instead of this. It does have a nice price tag, this beer. You know, $1.79 for a 12-ounce bottle is a good price, but I'm just, yeah, I'm very underwhelmed with this beer. But anyway, there you have it. So there'll be other selections from Beta, I promise. Well, guys, if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, drink good beer and don't break the bank doing it. Cheers.